Hey guys, I'm Tasha and welcome to the channel. Have you and your friends been planning a trip, and the closer that you guys get to the date, you're the only one left? Let's talk about it. Today we're going to be talking about solo travel pros and cons. Stay tuned. If you have ever taken a solo trip or thinking about taking a solo trip, hit the like button and tell me where you're thinking about traveling to. There can be several reasons that you take a solo trip. Either it could be bad timing with your friends and family, nobody wants to go to the destination you want to go on, or you just want to take a solo trip by yourself. Here are some things to think about. I've taken a solo trip to New York, Atlanta, Memphis. I've even had a semi-solo trip to Puerto Rico. But this year, me and my sister, we're usually planning our annual birthday cruise together. And this year, the timing is just off. So it's got me thinking, would I take a solo cruise alone? When I'm thinking about taking a solo trip, I usually try to plan it around an event or a show that's going on at the destination that I'm wanting to go. For instance, I had went to New York one year because I had got some tickets to go to the Wendy Williams show. Last year, I had ended up going to Memphis to go to the T.K. Kirkland comedy show. So I usually try to plan, it's either a concert, a show, or something that's going on for the reason that I want to travel there, and maybe no one else is available to go. But this year, usually me and my sister go on our annual birthday trip, but we're having some issues planning that. So I was considering going on a cruise by myself. We were thinking about going to Bermuda this year. And while I have been to Puerto Rico on a semi-solo trip, I've never been on a cruise by myself. I definitely think on a cruise I would feel safer because there are a lot of other people around. And when you go on the excursions, when you're getting off the ship, there's usually other people around to where you feel a little bit more comfortable. The second thing I like to do is tell my friends and family what I'm considering doing. The last time I was planning to go to the T.K. Kirkland show, I just so happened to tell one of my friends, and they were like, well, I know this person there. Maybe I can hook you up with them, so even if y'all don't go out, maybe you can feel comfortable knowing that it's somebody else in that state that you can, or in that vicinity that you can call just in case something is going on, to feel a little bit safer. Because you know, as women, sometimes it's always better to be safe. Is that I'm a very friendly person, but when you are traveling solo, you never want to tell people that you are solo. And when I had went on that semi-solo trip to Puerto Rico, I ended up meeting a gentleman, and he was like, well, where is your boyfriend or your husband? And I didn't want to let him know that I was by myself, so I said, well, he's at the hotel. You know, I just wanted to take a walk. So I just wanted to take a walk and get to know the area. But he had stopped me, and he, you know, because they have bars outside, and he had stopped me just to kind of chit-chat a little bit. And I mean, that's okay, but you never want to let people know that you're by yourself. On that same trip, while I did end up going on an excursion through the hotel by myself, and typically, you know, you're with a large group of people by yourself, but eventually you'll end up making friends and starting to talk to them. But sometimes the first question is, are you here by yourself? And that type of thing. It's usually okay to say yes, because eventually they'll know that you're here by yourself. But I feel safe since I am with the group. Also, when you're traveling by yourself, you have to definitely make sure that you put your safety first. You know, so you want to make sure that you're knowing where you want to go, making sure that your phone is charged all the way, making sure that you have an extra charger and extra money so that, you know, if something, the tools that you need to be able to get to where you're going. Enjoy about doing solo trips is that you can go and come as you please. You can eat whatever you want. You know, you're making all the decisions for yourself. You know, sometimes when you go on these trips with either friends or family and it's a large group of you, picking a restaurant or picking a place to go, sometimes that could be kind of hard because everybody has to put their input in. Everybody has a different preference of restaurant that they want to go to, and it could take several minutes or it could take a long time to decide where you guys or what you guys want to do. But when you're traveling solo, it's just so empowered to be able to go and come as you please and not having to ask anybody else what they want to do. Another con of going on a solo trip is all the costs are yours. You know, let's say 4 people was going on a trip together. Maybe you guys could split the hotel costs. But when you travel solo, all the costs are on you. So I try to make sure that I book in an early amount of time, and I'm trying to find, you know, cost effective hotel rooms. And this year what I've done, I'm doing like credit card churning to where I'm using the points for either flights or maybe even hotels. So that's something new that I'm trying. Although I have had a credit card where you could get points, I usually just use that credit card for like iTunes cards or things of that nature, but never hotels or flights. So that's something that we can get into a little bit later. I'll make some videos for that as well. And definitely help your credit score. I've already improved my credit about 18 points over the last month since I've opened it. So I'm really excited about the con in traveling solo for me is that, let's say you're eating at a restaurant. I'm eating at a restaurant by myself. If I have to get up and go to the restroom, you know, you don't want to leave your food there. So, and you have to make sure that you take all your stuff with you. So that's definitely a con. Also, when you're taking pictures, one time when I had went to New York and I was down there where the bull was, and I was wanting to take pictures with the bull, everybody else had their friends and their families to take their pictures, but I just had to actually take a picture of the bull, but I couldn't take a picture with me standing beside the bull. So instance, when I went on that semi-solo trip to Puerto Rico and I had went on that catamaran tour with the hotel, even though it was other people there with me, I was there by myself. So, you know, we're at the island and we're having a good time, you know, swimming and snorkeling, and they even had a slide that you can go down, and that was fun. But I didn't have anybody to take pictures of me. But, you know, as you get to meeting other people, one guy, he did ask me if I wanted him to take some pictures for me. So that was nice. But, you know, that's not always safe for you to, you know, let's just say you were walking down the street and you want to take a picture. You just want to be careful, you know, asking a stranger to take your pictures, because you just never know. They could run off with your phone or try to take your purse. So you just have to be aware in those kind of situations. So that's definitely a negative, not having somebody to take your pictures. All in all, guys, you know, if you're wanting to go somewhere, and that's even here in the States, just on day-to-day things, and you have to, you know, there's a restaurant that you want to go to, or a club, or a museum that you want to go to, even in your home state, and nobody is available, just sit in a house and not do anything, it's okay to go places by yourself solo. Just make sure that you're being safe, that you're aware of your surroundings, that your phone is charged, and you are, you let your friends or your family know where you're going just in case something happens. But just just go out and find somewhere. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you have went on a solo trip by yourself, or if you go to places even in your own town by yourself. Leave me a comment.